rapid fire grid time as heat number 5 are already coming round to finish their formation. Apologies, I've not got it up on the screen. Chris Powell on pole position, Rogerio Mendes on the front row, Dan Seeger, Rob Dowsett row 2, Ned Douglas, Daz Teal row 3, Roger Davis and Rihanna Percox row 4, Sebastian Bloch and Andrew Ward on row 5. That's all we've got time for, because there are the lights and we're away yet again for 7 minutes here at Bayford Meadows. Problem for Callum Brewell there in the middle of the pack, and Chris Powell will lead Dan Seeger away as they go into turn number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Powell retaining the lead here. Important to note that the drivers are a bit more sort of randomly spread across the heat, so we have got some of the drivers who are there's an issue there for the 61 there dropping off. That's Rob Dowsett. And I think actually didn't Rob have a drama in his earlier heat as well, so it's not going his way so far today as they come through turn 7 and onto the back straight for the first time.
Just a feedback on some of the comments at the end of that great win for Steve Brown. Xander Davis, can't wait for Super GT's video on this. That will be a good one. James Firmer, Alex Albon wins. Brilliant, love it. 6 minutes 40 of this one to go then. There's Andrew Ward fighting with James Wattis, 2 evenly matched drivers there. But across start finish, Chris Powell leads, Dan Seeger second, Ned Douglas third, Rogerio Mendes now down to 4th, who had a good run in his first race. And it's Roger Davies, Daz Teal, Rihanna Percox already has a win in her pocket today so far. Won the very first race of this lightweight session.
Some of the drivers who were in the red flagged heat number 3 are in this field, so that's important that the drivers are spread out. I would just like to say the last thing I want to say about the heat 3 thing, mate. Contrast heat 3 and heat 4.
Yeah.
And you see exactly what
where the limit is.
Yeah.
Where the limit is. Race number 3 crossed that limit by quite a way. And it's not that you can't have good racing around this circuit.
Oh, and so Teal got through there on, I think that was on Roger Davis that he got by, and Rihanna Percox was looking for the opportunity there into 11. It wasn't quite on there, but here's Ned Douglas defending against Rogerio Mendes. Already very impressed, Andrew, with how Ned has been driving today. Remember, he held off Rob Newman in his first heat to the line. So
that's more than I've ever done.
That is more than I've ever done as well. So I might have held him up lapping me once. Driving really well at the moment is Ned. Having to defend hard here, and here is Daz Teal trying to get past Mendes. As they come onto the back straight, he's going to have a bit of overspeed and going to fire it up the inside of turn 8. There he goes. So that's Teal up into 4th place.
I've got to say, Rogerio Mendes, that is a very nice helmet design there, as Daz Teal looks down the inside of Ned Douglas for 3rd place. Powell and Seeger already starting to pull away. There they are. And a good train formed up at the moment behind Ned Douglas. Rihanna Percox in the middle of it as well. Andrew Ward looking to gain some positions. Percox to the inside of Roger Davies. Did she get that move done? Yes, just about, but got a bit of encouragement from James Wattis just behind. And James Wattis has actually got through both of them there as Douglas. Oh, Daz Teal's half spins and his round gets going again, but it's going to lose a number of positions there. A rare mistake from the number 2 driver in this class.
And as that was happening, Andrew Ward has got by. He was trying to get by Roger Davis, but Davis has been able to hold him off, as there's a penalty there for James Wattis, currently running in 8th.
Yeah.
That's ABC bump and pass. That's going to be 4 positions, and that's mightily expensive and costly, Andrew, in these heat races.
Yeah, I think it was for the move on Rihanna Percox. I did wonder, because there was a little bit of bumper-to-bumper contact, but that deemed to be a bump and pass move by race control.
I can see that. It was quite a... You've got to be bold overtaking there. You have got to just throw it and chuck it in, but there's a limit to that.
Braking, and got into the rear bumper of Percox's number 27. So the train's still behind Ned Douglas. We saw this with Paul Williams earlier on as James Wattis tries to go down the inside of Rogerio Mendes. It's going to be side by side into this next right-hander. Oh, shunting coming in again. Drivers need to be careful.
Percox is going to have quite a bit of overspeed on the back straight. One would have thought she managed to get the switch back out of there, but actually got slightly balked. You can just see as the camera panned across there.
Dowsett running wide.
Dowsett, he's not having a day to remember so far. Hopefully that can come back to him in the rest of this race and his third heat. But you just catch on some of the long shots looking up the road our first and second place drivers of Chris Powell and Dan Seeger. There's some 3.2 seconds to the good of this battle. But fair play, Andrew, to Ned Douglas. He's staying where, he's holding his position and doing what he needs to do.
We saw Paul Williams do it earlier in the heavyweights. This is a circuit that you can defend around. It's often a case at some circuits that there's so many opportunities to overtake, and the nature of the circuits, Buckmore Park, for example, a very hard circuit to defend around. But this one, you can place your cart in reasonable positions to keep a field behind us. Daz Till goes down the inside of Roger Davies. Rihanna Percox now up the inside of James Wattis. He's got to hold it there on the inside. Gets a good line out of turn 8. Here are your leaders. Look how far ahead they are. Chris Powell and Dan Seeger. At the moment, Chris Powell is just able to hold Dan Seeger at a couple of lengths by just doing some really, really good lap times. This is the best form I think I've ever seen Chris Powell in.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Curb warning for Mendez in the 101. Dan Seeger trying to put Chris Powell under pressure now. 66 seconds to go.
Again, you can just see
more laps, including this one.
You can just see what I was talking about when I talk about the switchback lines. I'm talking about drivers going for a wider entry to get a late apex and have better speed on the subsequent straight. You can see that in abundance around Bayford Meadows, as Andrew Ward is now going down the inside of James Wattis in a move very similar of what we saw Rihanna Percox do to Wattis a lap ago. You can just see drivers doing that, judging their lines, going, okay, they're going to go defensive, so I'm going to take the wide line, get the switchback, have the overspeed on the next straight, and have an opportunity into the next corner. As we're on to the last lap now, and Chris Powell and Dan Seeger must be wondering where the rest of the field have gone, to be perfectly honest.
Roger Davies had a problem the last lap. He's dropped 2 positions down to 12th, but here is this battle at the lead, and here's an even bigger battle. This is all over about 7th place. Sebastian Bloch down the inside of James Wattis there. James Wattis not too happy. Daz Teal's... Oh, well, Daz Teal just got, okay, if you're going to have a little chat about it on the corner apex, I'm going to nip round you and get 2 positions. Great stuff there from Daz. We are on the last lap. Hello to Tim Weitman, who says, better race to watch than F1 here from the Netherlands. Thank you very much, Tim, for tuning in. But here comes Chris Powell round the final corner. Chris Powell takes another win this season in Club 100. He really is on good form. Dan Seeger in second. Who's going to take third? It's going to be Rihanna Percox ahead of Andrew Ward, and Daz Teal just gets pipped to 5th place there on the line. Ned Douglas gets that one. Sebastian Bloch in 7th. Rob Dowsett, good recovery from Rob, to 8th. Rogerio Mendez in the top 10 there in 9th. James Wattis wraps it out. Niall Tui, top 3 C3 driver in that one, in 11th. Roger Davies in 12th. I didn't even notice Callum was out in this race. Where's he been all this time?
He had a problem
he did on lap 1, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been driving with a mechanical.
Jed Toole in 13th, James Browning 14th, Callum Brule in 15th. Let's cut then from this race number 5